In this video, I'm going to show you how billionaire dictators vacation here in Myanmar. Right now, I'm in Myanmar's biggest city, Yangon, and today, I'm booking a night in this city's most expensive hotel room. Since the military took over in Myanmar, tourism has plummeted, meaning fewer travelers, empty luxury hotels, and a side of this country most people never see. So today, I want to show you what a day of eating looks like for the super rich in Asia's most conflict-ridden nation. We'll tour the hotel suite.
Right here, you can get a massage alongside your camera guy.
Order room service.
They have Mexican meatballs and cheese. What?
And eat at the city's most expensive restaurant. But first, breakfast.
Here, Sonny attempts an epic shot introducing the hotel, but you can't hear it. Why? Because somebody forgot to check if their mic was working for the entire shoot.
Yeah, okay, thank you, I'll take over from here. Today I'm staying at Myanmar's most expensive hotel, the Strand. Built in 1901 and later acquired by the Sarkis brothers. The Strand features a distinctive Victorian colonial style. More on that later. First, let's head to breakfast. Hotel breakfast buffets are amazing. But here, they don't have one. It's only a la carte. But you know what? That's perfectly fine because this fine gentleman told me that all the food is included in the room price and I can order as much as I want.
I can order 5 things and that's okay?
Yes, okay.
You may regret saying that. Thank you.
Before having a look at the menu, I want to order something light to drink. And by light, I mean alcohol mixed with something healthy.
Do you have any fun drinks with alcohol where I can feel like I'm not an alcoholic, it has juice?
You for breakfast with alcohol?
Jesus.
Turns out, not so many day drinkers here in Myanmar. Now I feel bad about myself. I don't even want the alcohol anymore. Just a non-alcoholic orange juice will be fine.
Let's take a look at what they have. Here, I see they have pastries, noodles and rice, a health section. Soup, egg, grill, and then plenty of drinks. I want to try more of the local Burmese food, but here's the thing. I don't know how to judge if Burmese food is good or bad quality. So here's my plan. Not only am I going to order the local food, but I'm also going to order some Western food because that is my way of being able to calibrate the quality of the service here. So I'm going to order a classic Eggs Benedict. Before my food arrives, I want to talk about my expectations for this Eggs Benedict. First, I expect a base of an English muffin. Then I expect ham. On top of that, I expect a beautifully poached egg and then hollandaise sauce. Let's see if they get it right. The food has arrived. Thank you so much. It's like they looked into my brain. It's perfect. Here's one thing I spot. This is traditional. There's some spinach or green. I don't love it, but it's fine. I will accept it. I need nutrition. This is the real test. The poached egg. Not easy to prepare and easy to mess up. Yeah, it's running. I like it. I think it passes the test. All right, we got some hollandaise. We've got some yolk, that ham underneath. Let's give it a shot. It's so good. It's so good, someone else dropped their silverware. The bread on top, it's a perfectly toasted, crunchy base. The vegetables, I hardly notice them. Cured ham obviously offers some nice salt, but beyond that, the hollandaise, it's so rich, and then you have that creamy egg. It's a decadent way to start your day, but it's also a very British way to start your day. And for me, I want to go more local.
For our second course, Nan Gyi Thoke, one of Myanmar's most iconic rice noodles. In fact, here they call it a rice noodle salad. Yesterday, I tried the street food version of this dish. Now, to be honest, it was not my favorite. The noodles had a lot of chickpea powder added, which kind of felt like adding cornstarch to a bunch of different sauces. Everything became thick and harder to eat and even harder to swallow. But here, we're gonna have Myanmar's most elevated version of this dish. Let's see how it compares.
We have some raw onion here, some nice crispy fried bits here, a little bit of chicken or pork, some egg, and then the actual noodles. Now, the noodles have already been saturated in this sauce. More tangy. Ooh, spicy. I need some orange juice. It still definitely has that chickpea powder. I guess is like the main feature of this noodle. It's something I've not experienced in any other noodle. It's not my favorite part, but here I do believe they've made this noodle as good as it can be made. I'm gonna try a bite of some of this raw onion, some of these crispy bits too. This is a big step up from what I experienced already. They put chickpea powder, but not too much, so it still slides down your throat rather than choking you by clogging your throat hole. That's what happened last time. Very dangerous food. But if you do need to wash it all down, just take some chicken broth. Oh, that's nice. It is 10 a.m. and breakfast is over. So from here, we're going to check out the rest of the hotel and then go to the most expensive hotel room you will find anywhere in this country. Let's move.
But aside from this cafe, the hotel also has a fine dining restaurant and a bar, the Sarki's Bar, which is great since they do serve alcohol any time of day.
Ooh. Is it locked? We're living in a high trust society here. It is not locked. What's in here? Ooh, double wood. Can I be honest? I woke up this morning with double wood. It was very painful. I couldn't pee.
Now let's go check out the pool. What's special about this pool is the view. From here, you can see local apartments and catch a glimpse of how people actually live in Myanmar, right from the comfort of your hotel. Right next to the pool are the gym and the spa. Perfect if you want to relax or get incredibly jacked. Not because I'm health conscious, but because if I exercise, I can eat more. Spending $1,000 in a day can sting, but saving $1,000 in the wrong place can be even worse.
Here's an uncomfortable truth. Most people's savings earn them nothing, and they have no idea it's happening. I learned that lesson young and made sure not to learn it twice. And that's where today's sponsor comes in. Chime, America's #1 choice for banking. Chime savings accounts earn 3.75% APY, which is about 9 times the national average. Here's what that looks like in real life. Leave $10,000 in a regular savings account, and after a year, you'd have earned about 38 bucks. Put that same $10,000 in Chime, and you would have $375. The exact same money in the exact same place, only now it's working for you. One barely covers a meal, the other covers dinner and flights. Chime has no monthly or overdraft fees, and you can set savings goals right in the app for whatever you're working toward. I set one up and labeled it Kids College Fund, which is a very grown-up thing to do. And so now a little bit moves into it automatically each month. Chime also gives you 5% cash back in a category you pick, like groceries, gas, dining, or travel. Just choose whatever fits your lifestyle, and you have the option to change it every month. Your money should work as hard as you do. To get started, tap the top link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen. 3.75% APY and 5% cash back. Signing up only takes a few minutes. Now, back to the show.
Now let's check out the room. At last, it is time to see my room. It's known as the Strand Suite. Now this is one of one, and each night costs $923. Let's take a look inside. Huh. So, apparently, I have my own foyer. From the foyer, you can either head right or left. Let's see what's to the right.
So right here is the main living space, and it has a little bit of everything. As we proceed around the corner, we see the main dining room. Is there something over here? Wow, it really is. So this is a kind of a chef's kitchen, more like a service kitchen. This is where the food can be prepped, the drinks and the ice cubes, everything can be kept here and be brought out when you're ready to have it for your meal. Beyond the dining room, they have something I don't think I've ever really seen before in a hotel. This is your own private spa area. Here you can have the spa masseuse come here to your room. Here you can bathe your feet in hot water, and right here you can get a massage alongside your camera guy. Moving on. Now, as we leave the spa, we circle back in the living room. On this side, they have what looks to be a bar, and I'm hoping that there's a refrigerator on the inside. Right here, that is a refrigerator. Okay, wrong side. This side. Not bad. They have Coke and Coke Zero. Plus, they do have some alcohol. Burmese Heineken, because we're in Burma. What? No fun snacks? Oh, right here, what do we have? Ghost pepper chips? If you're gonna have a snack food, why don't it have something more relatable, like peanuts or normal potato chips? Instead, they have ghost pepper black chips. Let's try it out. They're pretty hot. Otherwise, it tastes basically like a spicy Pringle. Why is this the only option? Moving on. Here we have the rest of the living space. A couple chairs, a couch, a TV. It's small, it's quaint, it's cozy, but I like all the furniture and the lamps. It feels very colonial era. Finally, on this side of the living space, they have a working desk. This is a place where you can contemplate life and make important and crucial decisions. What should I drink later? Moving on to the master bedroom. Now we're moving back across beyond the foyer. Come with me as we continue to head Right. The first thing you'll see here is a giant closet space. Plenty of space to lay out your suitcase and put all your clothes.
What is this guy? What's going on? Can you go behind the camera now?
Right here we have a little tea table. Beyond that, we have a vanity. And then here we have the master bathroom. Let's take a look. Whoosh. When I say whoosh, you have to go past me and whoosh. And then right here we have the master bathroom. Whoosh. Here they have an old school fiberglass tub. Here they have a telephone next to the bath. That's weird. Hello? Hello. Here we have a double sink, the mirror. We have a nice cozy shower here, and then a separate toilet room. I just banged onto something. That is the bidet. Can I be honest? The Japanese, the Vietnamese, they figured out toilet etiquette, especially in Japan. You hit a button and your butt gets sprayed and you're clean and it's great. This is like a British French thing. What am I supposed to do? I use the toilet here and then I crab walk over to this over here and then splash myself clean? This is a terrible idea. Awful execution. Do what Japan does or do what Vietnam does. Get a hose and stick it up there and spray it off. But otherwise, that is the bathroom. Let's check out the bedroom. Right here, you see what looks to be a king-size bed. Then over here, we have a couch, a chair, and another TV for your viewing pleasure. In lieu of the lack of snacks we saw earlier, here they have some welcome food. First of all, we have some fresh cut fruit, mango, watermelon, orange, and an apple. Beyond the fruit, they have this right here, a little dessert cutting board with the top part of a cocktail glass. That's interesting. With a macaroon inside, some cake, chocolate, and a little bitty tart. Let's give it a shot. Lemony, tarty, I like it. So now that we've experienced the hotel room, I want to experience the hotel service, and that means in-room dining. Let's go take a look at the menu. When it comes to appetizers, they have chicken wings, Mexican meatballs and cheese. Okay. Never heard of it in my life. I'm supposed to be trying Burmese food, but when I see Mexican meatball on the menu, I have to try it. Then they have a page 2, light meals and main courses. Then they have some more Myanmar delights, Shan-style sea bass papilote, deluxe pork chop, and so on. This is gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna be getting a combination of Burmese foods plus foods that have struck my curiosity. That said, considering I'm spending nearly $1,000 to stay in this room, I'm curious what is the most expensive food on the menu. I'm gonna order that and reveal it soon.
From the time I ordered to the time the food arrived, it took exactly 42 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hello? Come on in.
Pretty impressive for this amount of food. Beyond that, you get a whole parade of people here to deliver this 7-course spectacle.
Now, today we're going to be trying 3 courses. First, the weirdest food, second, the most local food, and third, the most expensive food. Here we have a couple of unique Mexican dishes. Now, we already talked about this Mexican meatballs. What even is a Mexican meatball? It's a meatball that tastes Mexican? I didn't catch this earlier, but there is an additional Mexican food. It is called Mexican Kebab Tortilla. What? I don't even know how to describe that. That said, maybe Myanmar is onto something. Let's give it a shot. Starting with these balls. Here we have a short tower of 4 balls with some what looks to be cheddar cheese on top. Tastes a little Mexican. Hey Siri, pull up a picture of a little Mexican. Thank you. The meatball overall, a bit dry. It does have a bit of a humany salsa taste, but also it tastes kind of like half pasta sauce, half salsa. There's melted cheese. I like that it's meat. They went for something new, and you know what? I applaud them for that. Moving on. Here we have what I would call cultural confusion. This right here, that looks like a tzatziki sauce, something you would find in Greek food. It is. That's not Mexican at all. Then here, they have a kebab, but perhaps there's something Mexican about it? If anything, it's a slightly low-rent version of a Turkish kebab. This right here, though, that is not a tortilla, my friends. And then on the inside, it looks like, yeah, they've got some steak, some veggies, some sauce. There's nothing Mexican about this. The worst part about this food is trying to figure out which culture should be pissed off. Mexicans are gonna look at this and be like, why would we be mad? It's not even Mexican food. To be fair, this is the weirdest food on the menu. Next, let's try the most local food. In a moment, I'm gonna tell you how much all this food costs, plus how much the most expensive food on their menu costs. But first, let's get into this, a local appetizer. This is based off a street food that you will find in Myanmar. On the menu, it's called Burmese twist seafood Motelen Mayar. So these are like these little cups made with rice flour batter. Inside, there is some seafood, and then underneath there is a little bed that's also made of seafood. It tastes like sweet scallops and maybe a little bit of mayonnaise too. Let's try it with that fried rice batter cup with some seafood inside. It's crispy, it's sweet, and it's full of seafood flavor. I absolutely love this. Here we have a dessert, but first, the main course. This is a shrimp curry. And this right here is the rice. There's a couple of prawns. There's not that much extra curry. That's the only thing really dragging me down right now. Let's try a little bit of that curry, a little bit of the rice. I got nothing on there. My next best move, to take the shrimp that's still covered in curry, put that on top of the rice, scoop it up, and give it a taste. It's a nice gentle curry, not very strong flavors, very light, and not enough curry, but the shrimp, very nice. And then we have this right here. This is a signature Myanmar dessert, and it's called Tarqu Yai, Burmese traditional dessert made with coconut cream, black sticky rice, and coconut sorbet. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. The rice is kind of soft and saturated. It's not sticky at all. The coconut cream, it's rich, but it's a very light dessert. There's not much sweetness, there's not much intensity. It's all right. That said, the local food blew the Mexican food out the water. My favorite is absolutely this one right here. But then we have today's most expensive food. Let's get to that next. This is a French dish. It is known as Burgundy-style beef bourguignon, roughly speaking. It is served with forest mushrooms, baked carrots, and Mussolini potatoes. This here costs only $25. That's kind of remarkable. So it definitely seems to be a great value, but let's find out. Good. The move here, I think, is to get some of that sauce, some of the potato, and some of that beef all together. That looks like a good bite. Not bad. The beef is slightly dry, but the potatoes are good. The sauce seems nice. It's a little sweet. It's a little sour. I think it's good. It's just not for me. I'm more of a Mexican balls guy. This is more for fancy people. That said, I want to talk about the price of all the foods we tried today. For this entire meal, they gave me a 10% discount, and the total is $89.49. That's it. And that is with a service charge and 3% government tax. That's kind of remarkable. Usually, if you're staying at a hotel that has a room that costs about $1,000, you'd expect the food to cost a little bit more. But this is the result of perhaps many things. One, we're in Southeast Asia, but we're also in a place where tourism is plummeting. Places like this and others, they're really struggling. And so this is not really the time to experiment with Las Vegas style pricing. That said, this is just lunch. But next we're going to be trying the most expensive meal we could find in the entire city. We're going to be leaving the hotel and going outside to a restaurant. Let's move. After a nap. Time has passed, we have left the hotel and we have come here to Shan Yoe Yar restaurant. This place specializes in Shan style fine dining. Now, what is Shan? Well, he's not just some guy who owes me money from back in middle school. It's also one of the states here in Myanmar. Take a look at this map, and right there, that state you're looking at, that is Shan State. And that state is famous for a ton of different food. Now, this place has been open since 2013, and they are bringing food from all corners of Shan State to here. So far in this series, we've been eating a lot of cheap, very affordable street food. So, how does this compare to that? Let's go find out. So this is my private room for dining, but before we eat, I'm gonna be actually going into the kitchen to get a behind the scenes look at how they prepare the food here. Let's head there now.
Today, our first course starts with a whole fish. Well, I mean, it used to be a whole fish. Right here we have the chef, and right here we have the fish in question, including its head. Step one, we have a couple of different things here. I believe cornstarch and wheat flour. He puts that on all the body parts. Next, the white trifecta of seasonings: sugar, MSG, and salt. Then some sesame oil and an egg on top. In the end, we have a little bit of a fish omelet situation going on here. Next, more flour. More flour. and a spoonful of water.
From here, he does a 180 and we're heading to the wok.
Its mouth now gargling the grease. He drops in the rest of the fish parts and fries them all together. After a few seconds, the fish head is ready and moves to a plate. The fish tail follows shortly, getting fished out from the wok onto the same plate. And all that remains are the— wait, hold on, what's happening now? Wait, hold on. Onions go in, then carrots, green bell peppers, and all of that gets strained out along with the fish meat. In a wok, he tosses in some garlic and mushrooms.
Now everything goes back inside. He hits it with a little bit of water. He grabs his secret weapon, oyster sauce, MSG, salt, sugar, soy sauce. He gives a spin and he drops it in. Spring onions go in next.
And just like that, course 1 is done. Let's go try it.
Right here, our first course, stir-fried sea bass, coming in at about $23. Pretty remarkable. The first thing that stood out to me in that kitchen is it looks like Chinese-style cooking, which made me wonder, where is Shan State? Right here, you'll see Myanmar. This is Shan State, and this right here, that is China. And guess what? China, lots of Chinese-style cooking there. And so perhaps that's why we're seeing this Chinese-style kitchen and wok tossing that we just saw with this fish. Let's take a look at what we got here. Fun veggies, bell peppers, carrots, but I'm here for that meat. It's a delicious, light, delicate fish, but not fishy. There's a little bit of breading on the outside, but mostly that's been saturated by all this sauce that got dumped on afterwards. And the flavors, not super strong, fairly mild, but you can really taste that Chinese essence. Or should I say, Shan essence? Also, for $23, this is pretty nuts. This is definitely the most high-end food experience we've had since coming to this country. But this is just course 1. From here, I'm gonna head to the kitchen to see how they prepare one of the most expensive dishes on the menu.
Right here we have a Shan pork stew. This is the pork shank.
Step 1. The pork shank goes into a wok of water for a quick bath, then straight back out. That did something. I'm almost certain of that. What was that, like 30 seconds? Okay, never mind. Now the oil comes in. Lots and lots of oil.
He grabs some soy sauce, he puts it in his hand, and he begins massaging that pig. But for that pig, it's too late to relax. In the background, everybody watches what's happening.
Now the pork shank descends into the hot bubbling oil. Time passes. The chef skims the oil off the pork, sets it aside for a few seconds, then drops it straight into a pressure cooker.
Then he adds onion, ginger, and garlic. Back over here, he gets that trifecta, MSG, sugar, salt, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little of what they call Chinese sauce. He hits it with some cardamom, then some star anise.
All of that seasoning goes into the pot. The chef puts the lid on and seals it tight. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a culinary time bomb. At any moment, it could explode, or maybe just make the meat incredibly tender. That would be nice too.
Do we wait for a while now? 45 minutes?
While our pork is cooking away, I've got a little intermission meal right here. This is a pork offal tray salad. They've given you all the components for the salad, then you make the salad yourself on your own plate. Right here we have pork liver, right here we have pork ear, and right here we have pork tongue. Nice. Now, our first course really reminded me of Chinese food, but this does not. Let's get to making the salad. A little bit of vermicelli noodle, a little bit of shredded papaya, and then those nice animal parts. Liver, a little bit of pig ear, and finally, that succulent pig tongue. And there is the sauce. This is a blend of Shan herbs, lime, and chilies. Ooh. Very powerful flavor. We'll slap that on there. For me, my tongue is gonna start with this tongue. We got papaya, we got noodles, and we got that delicious sauce on top. I never had a salad like that. First of all, noodles and shredded papaya together is strange. That said, the meat is very porky. It's a little bit gamey, but if it wasn't for that sauce, this would fall apart. Beyond that, we have this right here. Some pork ear. A little gummy, gelatinous, gooey. But then you have this right here. That is the snappy, crispy cartilage inside. So it is a wonderful contrast in textures. Plus, all that heavy meat is being offset by this very bright citrusy sauce. Then there's the pork liver. But in the kitchen, there is a bigger pork part that needs my attention.
Time has passed and we're ready for the next step.
First, blanch some bok choy. Next, heat up a wok with pork gravy. Add the pork shank and let it simmer for a while.
He moves over to the clay pot. He gets a grip on that shank. It is time to move it. Oh, big success. And that is how you make the Shan pork shank stew. Let's go eat.
This is not only the most expensive thing on the menu here in this restaurant, it's the most expensive thing we've come across in this city since we've been here days ago. So how much is it for this? Whoosh. This clocks in at $31. It could feed 5 people and it costs $31. That is remarkable. Let's see how soft this meat is.
Can I just fork it?
Oh yeah. Who needs a knife? Wow, the meat has become incredibly soft. Let's go back for more. That skin is so thick and gloopy, full of collagen. If I eat enough of that, I'll look 41 and a half. Wait, hold on. That's not number. Right here we have the bone. All of this comes off the bone so easily. Ooh. 9 Filipinos just fainted looking at this. That is the piece I'm after. Time to give it a shot. The most expensive bite of the day and the most premium meat I've tried in Myanmar. Cheers. Worth every penny. It's fatty, it's soft, it's tender, it's juicy, and it has all the right spices. What's wild is like all of this, it's like a wet pair of socks. Meanwhile, I have this delicious looking meat on my plate. I'm gonna hit some of that with this sauce right here. This is a tamarind base sauce with a bunch of other stuff inside like chilies, garlic. Right here, the money shot. The sauce, incredibly intense. It is like a punch of garlic. There's chilies. There's a little bit of tamarind, but not that distinguishable. This is that mix of Chinese influence and Burmese influence all in one dish. Very nice. So today I set out to experience the life of the ultra-rich when it comes to vacationing here in Yangon, something that not a lot of people are doing right now. And to be honest, some people might see this video and think, how dare you go to that country and take advantage of these poor people during this rough time that they're going through? And I would say that is a dumb point of view. People here in this country have been hit hard since the situation.
After nearly a decade sharing power with civilians, Myanmar's military staged a coup and detaining civilian officials, including their leader, Aung San Suu Kyi.
Ever since the situation, tourism has plummeted, and restaurants, hotels, resorts throughout the country, they are in tough shape right now. They don't have customers. And so for me, if you decide to take a measured risk and come here to Yangon or to Myanmar, it's a win for you because you'll get to see this unique but overlooked food culture. And it's a win for the local people because they need people like me to come here and be gluttonous and spend money, and that goes into their pockets and that goes into the local economy. So that said, how much did I spend today trying to live the most lavish lifestyle I could in Yangon? Well, boom, there it is. Over 1,000 buckaroos, something I didn't even think was possible, and this is us pushing the absolute limit, looking for the most expensive experiences we could find in this country, because there's not a lot.